don't know if they ever saw the safe zone before like circle 3 whenever we look at shoot to kill, but that's kind of prone to how they want to be with the plane that's coming in. It's pretty far back over towards the east, going to end up over next to Cerverni. So as it makes that northern rotation, you can see a couple of these teams a little on top of each other and not too hazardous at this stage. A little bit of space going to be coming out, specifically Dodge and Comet's trying to buy a little bit of different.
Might as well have the best loot that you can get, but right now, Zenith, they don't want loot, they want blood. Roth, he gets the first knock.
Couple of shots go through, the quick flush to go as well. Deadeye gets a little bit of connection shots to work with, but Zenith now trying to go for a little bit of reposition. Mystery coming in aggressive. Got to watch out for the cars that's rolling in. No, you gotta run over your teammate. No, just barely gets away with it, but that's going to be catastrophe for Zenith. They were very quick on the rotation back over here, losing 2 members, and now going to have to run back over towards those northern hillsides.
That flank, I think, just arrived only.
So problematic for you. Veritas now finding themselves a couple of shots coming at them. Rarity, but not going to get a lot out of it. Actually, it's going to be Deadeye that goes down. Now, Gang Ring Tang taking a couple of shots back over towards Veritas as they're going to continue their rotation. Almost every team has said, hey, that hillside back over next to Mansion, around Crater, that's where we want to play in that northern position. Dodge now looking back over towards Veritas as they're trying to make the rotation. Gets spotted out. Good spray is going to come out from Reno. Quick down onto that one and should be able to flush it out pretty easy as now Veritas is just having to clutch back down. 2 of their members probably about to have to move in a second because there's not a lot to work with.
Yeah, this is really bad for Veritas. You think, at least in the early game, the forest is safe, but Dodge were here waiting. And though Veritas got the opening knock against Rarity, well, the trap got sprung, even if it was only an incidental one held by Dodge. It's a sharp shot. I don't know much he can do. The flash comes over. Doesn't know if it would tag him, but it doesn't matter because the spray certainly tags him. And I don't know where the rest of Veritas are hanging out at. You can see them all the way in the distance. They're just coming in super late. And them, just like Zenith, are 2 top players in the lobby, already down 2, already having to go to plan B.
See Dodge performing Robin Hood feats in there.
The first one go, and then take shots on the second or third. Depends on how many he hears. He's letting the second go as well. When is he going to pounce? He knows there's got to be more following up because they're buggies. That buggies give away information of how many people are in that. But let's see if Liberate can't get a number of kills. Zenith cut in directly into Stalber. Fable starting to stop early, but this is already a number of teams fighting over Yasnaya.
Oh, Veritas in a lot of trouble right now. Yes, you can see Jazz is just trying to play back behind this one. Not a lot of vision for Victor to work with just yet, but it's going to be D-Treats throwing out the grenade, and that's going to be Veritas being our first team eliminated for this round. Very for cover, and now it's going to become a little bit of a peak battle, but Landoon's got this side flank. Going to play it patient, wait for the people to jump out of the vehicles, take a couple of taps, quickly gets the down onto that one, buying a little bit more space and the flush. But whoa, Landoon has to drop to his belly very quickly. He drew a lot of attention back over for the rest of his team, though. Now 303 is making sweeping advances along this wide flank, but gets spotted out. D-Rich close range, trying to take a couple of shots back over towards Lampalot and Cherry. He's going to go down, but this is quickly turning back over into Duel's favor. Landoon and Honey Badger trying to figure out what they're going to do for damage control, and as Honey Badger's kind of caught himself out in the distance and doesn't have good vision to continue this.
Of a move it was.
Now, continuing back over towards the north, a little bit of trouble coming out for those teams. We're going to lose one of the members of Comets. It's going to be Yaxley. I like the idea of not making the directed push all the way run back over towards the warehouses because they didn't have 100% information. But at this point, you start to feel like we do have Norkeys making his way back over. A hero from our last game, last guy standing back over for it. But there's a lot of teams on this hillside, so you got to be careful as Illusion still continues to be king of the north. As everybody that makes their approach back over towards them gets a little bit of damage. Where's this circle going to go, Cameron? Yes! Chaos continues.
So Comet's grabbing that warehouse is a little bit of a double-edged sword. It's center, but it's so wide open, it makes it difficult to control. And if every...
So I already know Gunner, coach for Shoot to Kill, is going to be messaging me and being like, oh, Matt, you're talking so much about how Shoot to Kill rotates so late. And then they end up getting circle favor pretty close, trying to cover up, making sure that nobody can run forward. Good shot's going to connect back over towards Finna, get the down onto him, and you see Dodge just trying to retreat back next to the shack. Subtle's trying to get a little bit more out of it, but can't really make the approach. Meanwhile, repositions coming around from both sides of this. They know exactly what's going on, but don't have a need to move just quite yet. So you're going to see Rarity maybe pump the brakes on this one a little bit and slow it down. The mess is going to be back over towards the north, as we're going to have a ton of teams that are going to be very close on each other and all going to be walking towards hardships and Shoot to Kill that are going to be gatekeeping out their positions. You can see already across the side of it, it's going to be Carnage getting a couple of shots back over in that direction. Liberate finding themselves in a bad spot. ATC, Zenith,
because they're lacking information, and there's just so much pressure from Carnage and ACT, who basically they're sandwiched right in between. The high ground that ACT have is going to be crucial in continuing to take out Liberate. Illusion, though, have backed away from this because the fight hasn't happened quick enough. Guab with the knock and a kill.
Positioning and high ground advantage are going to be very key for a lot of these teams. You can see you can find very sneaky angles, use the grass, use the terrain to your advantage. Shoot to kill now finding themselves just a little bit low off of that high ground, as it looks like Zenith got a knock, starting to make a little bit of a push off the side. This push from Roth could be big if he finds a sneaky little peek to go for off to the side. Roth moving forward, got his teammate off to the side. Looks like he's going to draw a little bit of attention for this. More information getting fed back over as Zenith is playing this very aggressive for only having 2 members. Luke seems like he's got an idea of what's going on. Instantly pops off. Exchange happens back on the other side of this, so got to be careful with it. Now Roth has to drop down. Last member up for his team. ATC comes up at the exact same time. Now Roth's caught outside the blue, trying to crawl his way forward. Grenades are crashing down behind him. Slowly trying to crawl back over towards his advantage, but gonna get spotted out yet again by Luke 12. As now Shoots and Kills got to reposition back over towards the east. See if maybe they can regroup and get a defensive line set up, as off to the side of this, they're going to start taking damage, and it's going to be Fable that connects with a couple of shots. Shoot to Kill just running back down the hillside, as it's going to be Civ with not a lot of cover to work with, just trying to make it to the tree, and narrowly does.
10 HP left for him, but listen, Zenith, you can crouch walk all you want. STK, they're not dumb. They know where the circle comes from. And they should know that there's a big threat of someone coming out from Stalber. Illusion, though, they were kept out by Fabled. We're able to find, even though they got initial damage with Fabled and SA, but those teams target fired essentially onto Illusion, as well as swatting away Zenith. And so those guys the King of the North, well, it's coming a little too far south for them, it seems.
Apparently the wall finally came down. Should be noted, our only team really with all of their members inside the safe zone is going to be Comets. As you can see, the firefight happening towards the north. Melon on 1 HP, still just trying to get the shots back off. Got to be careful with that one. Now you can see Liberate saying if maybe they can go for the res. A little bit of a sweep might be coming out from Shoot to Kill. Might get vision back over towards him. Guab trying to dance around, but it looks like Shoot to Kill still on the hunt for a few more kills. Going to try to roll the grenade back down the hillside, see if maybe they can bounce it back over there for it. Luke's trying to spot out anything, has an idea on where the res may be happening. Shoot to Kill running back down the hillside, has to be very cautious. He goes down. Now Civ, the last member up for the team. You can see a lot of firing angles to work with this hillside. If you're having to run down it, there is not a lot of territory to work with. Guab's still just trying to retreat, trying to jump over the smoke, see if he can get some vision. Should be able to get the res back over for it. The other member of Shoot to Kill is going to have to be encroaching back behind Fable. Fable around the edge of the circle.
It just shows how little there is to play inside, how open it is. There's no way to find a clean angle to sneak through. Luke 12, he could see everyone, but everyone could see him. And now Rarity, they're going to have to finally inch further and further forward. They've been keeping themselves alive despite fighting multiple teams. They only have 4 kills. It hasn't been full team wipes for them. But wait, is that Uncivil just wiping Fabled?
Yep, there it goes there. Dodge now holding down the foothills across from them, as slowly and steadily all of our teams are starting to recondense back down towards the north. And gotta be careful.
I don't know if they're going to be able to revive in time. It might just be a revival in order to remove kill points. But if they can keep 3 up, that'll be really good for them. But Duel, 6 kills, 2 standing, trying to flash onto the hardships, and it's a clean spray coming out from the barrel once again from Danny G. And they get themselves 8 kills total right now. Pick up some more loot for their troubles.
Back behind this. Also, don't forget, Sid might find himself with an angle to work with as well. Bob does get taken down, adds the last one up, trying to see if he can get a peek back over towards the Wizard Tower. Think of maybe he can get it down onto this, buy a little bit more space, but has to be super cautious as Z-Treats does connect with a little bit of grenade damage. Fable's creeping up back behind this as they hear what's happening, and it's aware that he's going to be in trouble. Grenade lands right on top of his head, takes him down, and now Comets has got control back on the other side, just in time for Fable to make their climb up that hillside. But you can see Comets looking back over towards Duel, trying to rein in a little bit more death.
Victor played that window so well, and now Comets just easily hold their position and have the high ground to look over on top of Duel. A good molly comes through, gets the first knock. There's only Cherry remaining. It's going to be a follow-up grenade to at least secure the kill that it can't be revived, but it doesn't matter. It just barely doesn't bounce towards Cherry, but he's been long on the retreat, fully on the low ground.
Before he goes for this kill, into a very deadly range, finally decides to take the shot. Going to go ahead and go for the flush as well. That's going to open up the door for Comets. Now going to be aware that somebody's going to be back over playing this other section of it. Civ just has to move down just 2 different angles, about to be 3, nowhere to go. Civ goes down in 6th place, a shoot to kill now out. Rarity is looking back along the sill side as well, trying to rain in a little bit of damage towards Comets, trying to get some vengeance back for everything that's happening. Victor takes a little bit too much fall damage and goes down. Rarity looks like they're trying to play this a little bit more aggressive, but Fabled also finds a good kill line. It's going to be Hella. Go ahead and get the flush back over towards the fallen Victor.
8 kills already for Fabled.
Oh.
And Hella's basically whole Rarity. They're coming in from the edge, and they have a clean sweep. They can take these fights, they can take these kills. But Hella goes for it, tries, but gets taken out by Subtle.
Comet still has a little bit of a high ground that they can play with, but not at that point. Everybody's just kind of finding the angle for it, trying to get the spray back over. Deadeye finally connects, opening up the firing lines for his teammates, so D-Treat's now finding himself in a lot of trouble. Still needs to move forward just a little bit more to make it inside the safe zone. Takes a face full of lead as he crawls forward, but does manage to dodge. That already has a cling point, but with everything that's going on, Nitrogen is feeding information back over towards his teammates. They're creeping up back behind Rarity and can just absolutely destroy them before they know that. Look at this. You can see Tetra walking back up wide open, narrowly. It's going to be Rarity that creeps back over that hillside just in time, but Gang Orangutan going to be able to move up, slowly creeping this one out. Sees Zodiac off to the side, takes a quick spray, gets him down, looks back up the hillside, spins it around, picks up another one, looking for that last member of Rarity. Going to go down. Got to be careful with this one as now Gang Orangutan has to push across the top, moving their way right through those Molotovs, trying to get a vision back over towards Deadeye. Go for the peek off to the side of it, gets a little bit of damage, but it's going to be Gang Orangutan taking down Rarity.
Nitrogen trying to go for the revive as well. No, he jumps over his teammate. He might not have enough time. Oh God. Okay. 1 second, less than a second of bleed out time was remaining, but he's while trying to get all his teammates up, it's Cherry's opportunity. He's holding down 2nd place, but with how wounded Gang Orangutan are, he could find first.
Nice pickup off of that one. Cherry looking back over, gets another tap, and that's going to be Cherry winning those duel. Walks away with an 11 kill win. That